Yes, yes, it is. It's
So
not
that they
middle.
will not be so that they will not be jealous that all the time you are always celebrating Mother's Day. You celebrate almost 4 or 5 Mother's Day. Then
They should leave us.
International Women's Day, International Girls Day. Okay, so we are celebrating them. Well, that today is their day. So to
Mhm.
all the men, we shout out Happy International Men's Day, and
Yes.
we can only pray that what makes you a man, you will have it in terms of
Mm,
spiritual capacity,
mm,
financial capacity,
mm,
emotional capacity,
mm,
intellectual capacity, and of course mental capacity. I think that
mhm.
about spiritual because
Yes.
that's very key as a man, because somewhere along the line, boys always look towards the time they will be men. Men will always look towards the time they will be husbands and fathers. So that's the process. So we celebrate you for all the men that have been men. We celebrate them today. But all the men that have not been men, we are telling you today that is your day. Please,
Change your ways.
you change your ways exactly so that we can celebrate you.
Change your ways.
Yes.
Yes, yes, yes. All right. Let's just get into it this morning. The first headline what we're gonna take actually is we want to actually send our love, our sympathy, our prayers to the family and members of the Kebi community. This situation is so sad, such a sad, sad one. And also to those in Kwara State. Wiki, did you see the video? Did you hear about it?
I heard about it, but I didn't see the video.
Hmm. I didn't want to see the video, but I was speaking to Tone this morning, early this morning, and then she had talked about the video. I just said, let me square up my shoulders and go watch. It's such a sad video because they were having a night vigil, and I think what actually maybe broke my heart was there were elderly people there who were struggling to run, who were bent over, dragging each other, dragging to just run and hide. Hmm. Our hearts go out to the members of the Kwara State community, members of the Kebbi State as well, the matron, and that's just straight into our first headline, our first story for the day. I said headline like what in newspaper review. The matron of the school in Kebbi State had come out, to say that to tell us actually what happened in Kebbi during at night. And what happened was, this thing happened around 3 o'clock. They were surrounded at 3 o'clock. They were requesting that she opens the door for them to come in. She refused, and then they eventually broke in and killed some students, and then took some of them. So from what we are seeing is it was quite a number of students that were taken. Some parents, one child was taken, one child was behind. Some of them, all their children, all their girls were taken. And this is just really, really, really a sad, sad story. And it really, really begs the question, what is the government doing? Yes, the president has sent that's Vice President Shetima to Kebbi State, but what is the government actually doing? Because they say they ran into the forest. What are they doing? So it means that they should be able to go into that forest to get those girls back. Because something that we don't stand for here is, child bride girl the girl child marriages. Because what happens eventually is that they take them and they turn them into their wives. So yes, go ahead, Buki.
It's sad. We mentioned it. I think we mentioned it yesterday,
Mhm.
and we're extreme into it to see that we can only bring it to the front burner as parents, as Nigerians. You know, yes, we might not be able to go to the war front, but what we say should invoke, people who are to take that responsibility to fight this battle.
Mm.
We all cannot be soldiers. We all cannot be president. That's the truth. Everybody has their own sphere of influence. This is our own sphere of influence to create awareness, to provoke action. If we have to use that word, provoke action, to let people know that this thing, you need to look at this thing.
Mm.
And also for them to see what we are seeing. Because at times they might have a blind spot. They might be doing what they think, oh, we're doing everything we need to, but we are saying no. You are not doing what we want you to do because you are there to serve us. You are not there to serve yourself. So you are supposed to do what we think is right.
Mhm.
Yes, you'll also do because I mean you're a person that has brain. You also have to do what is right because that is why you're in that position. If you don't know what to do, they will not have even brought you there. But we're talking about the blind spots now. So, what are we saying? What exactly is happening? Is there, I keep asking this question, is there something that they know that we do not know that is
Hmm.
under all this issue of kidnapping and all that? Yeah, there are different theories that we see that we hear of. There are all kinds of schools of thought about from people moving out of their land, and then people taking over. We've had that school of thought. We've had the school of thought that yes, it's the land they want, because of the hidden resources in that place. We've had that. We've also had the school of theory concerning that they just want to make governance ungovernable and all that. And then we've also had the school of thought that this is also a distraction.
Yeah.
They will distract you. You'll be thinking, okay, yes, let's go rescue the girls. But meanwhile, some actions are going on behind. So whatever it is, intelligence would let them know what to do. We will keep praying, but we'll keep talking, but we want to see action.
I
You
want to
know,
see it.
we do not want our girls, to be prayed because, like, I was listening to Pastor Ashimole yesterday, and he broke it down. He said there are 5 crimes. I hope I can remember them. You mentioned one, child rights. I mean, they didn't protect those children. 2, rape. At the end of the day, they're going to rape some of them, right? And then 3, early child marriage, because some of them they're going to make them and then the fourth one, somewhere along the line, they will now tell them that they must leave their religion for their own religion. We talk about Sharibu today. It's in our constitution. You have the right, and nobody should coerce you into any other religion. So I can't remember with the fifth one that you mentioned, you know, underage. I think it has to do with underage, that what is it about Nigeria that we cannot protect our children? They have that right, that they are supposed to be protected, not even when they are going to school.
Hmm.
We're talking about 20 million children out of school, today. I think it was here that I mentioned there was a particular project we were doing at the institute, that I see, the Institute for National Transformation. We told them go and get at least 50-50 children out of the school. There is somebody working in Taraba. Do you know that it said the particular local government he's working with, the children cannot go to school? Why? Because they are scared of kidnapping, Boko Haram, and all that and all that. So it is the elderly ones. The parents have left, to go and look for greener pastures in the city. It is the elderly ones that are now with the children. So with the elderly ones, they now have to trek, to take them to school and bring them back because, I mean, fear of kidnapping. They don't want to allow the children just to go like that. So you can see everything that is happening. And now, concerning these children now, do you think if the if government does not protect that school or do something that will create, that safety net for the parents, do you think the parents will tell those children to go to school? They will tell the child, I said, look, let me just be looking at your face. Education, just leave it. Just leave, just leave. Sorry about that. Just leave education for now. So at the end of the day, what we are saying is that we are going to have more children out of school. Sorry, let me call this thing. He doesn't know that I'm on a radio program. Sorry about that. Yeah. So sorry about that. At the end of the day, we are going to have more children out of school. And at the end of the day, what are we saying? So I want president because he's the chief security officer of Nigeria. Like I said yesterday, I don't envy him, but hey, he has to do the job, right? He's the one looking at a 1 trillion economy. That is, everybody has to produce. Who is going to produce? Is it just the few people? When we talk about the GDP of the country, at least majority of the people must be producing, not just a few. And if you are asking the majority of the people to produce, education must be taken seriously because we're talking about human capital development. How will the children develop when they cannot go to school, when we cannot even secure them in the school? We need to begin to look at even the infrastructure. We talked yesterday about intelligence gathering. We talked yesterday about the fact that what is the use of technology. I want to believe that they have these things, except if they are saying they don't have. So what exactly is happening? We need to know. It's a sad one. It's really a sad one. But the question now is, this has happened again.
Mm.
We talk about Chibok, we talk about, so many other things that will happen. The question is, what are they doing that this will not happen again?
Mm.
Number one, in terms of the technology, what are they doing? They might not be able to come and tell us exactly what they're doing, but can they give us comfort, a bit of comfort that these things are on? Because it looks as if we said it and they didn't do anything. That is how it looks. Because how come this is happening now again? 3 a.m. Do you understand what I'm saying? In a school, the infrastructure of that school, can we begin to look at that infrastructure of the school again? I know at the end of the day, someone will say, do you know what it will cost? I don't care. It's the safety of our children. And then, of course, yes, they have talked about the fact that we don't have enough personnel, because when something happens, they deploy, a troop there. And once there is peace, the next thing, there's another trouble somewhere. The same troop are deployed. You understand? But the question is, if we have to protect, the areas of our school, I think we need to look at it.
Thank you so much. Thanks so
Yes.
much, Buki. Hi, Suzanne. Good morning.
Hello, Fumi. Good morning. Good morning, Buki. Good morning, Helen's family.
Good
How are
morning.
we today?
How are you feeling today? How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank God. God is helping me.
Adepe, you met the conversation on the Chibok girls. I said, well, yes, still on the Kebbi girls, and we've seen that we are seeing more. We're hearing more of what actually happened because initially we didn't know what actually happened, but now we're seeing and hearing the things that have happened. The matron has come out to speak about it and said she's been there for 20 years and this has never happened since her tenure as the matron of the school. And I had asked Buki that how do we hold the government by the hand? I am particularly giving the president side eye because in the midst of all this, the Quara situation that happened overnight, and then the Kebbi girls, you're traveling, but I will leave him. I will leave him in the hands of God. Like, I would like to see my president, and that was something we said in the newspaper review this morning, that would like to see action. We want to see, who are the scapegoats you are carrying right now? It's not we've become a country that talks too much and we see less action. By now, the president should have gone and said, I want to see XYZ, arrest who are the security people that were supposed to be in charge. And I even read further that there was intelligence that had come that attack was going to happen. That's the one in Kwara State, right? So what are we doing? How do we hold the government even more responsible for this?
Thank you so much. The Kebbi students' incident is quite sad, it's disheartening. I remember the moment I saw that, I have a friend in Kebbi. The first thing I asked him, I sent him a message to say, I hope that is not your children's school. You know, I was worried for him. And then he said, no, it is Kebbi, but I am in Birinin Kebbi, so it's not happening. So it's not my children, because I
Okay.
know his children are also boarders. Now, if you live around the north, you know that the way they construct their schools and everything is very porous, very, very porous. You know, we don't have fencing, we don't have proper security. I know of technology and all of that, but hey, this is Nigeria.
Hmm.
Even the data we pay for, how effective is it? I believe in reality. Let us even put the little things that needs to be in place in place. Is that a properly fenced school? Because if you also listen to the cases of insurgents and what have you, bandits, kidnappers, I mean, over time, you find out that nothing has been happening in Sokoto and Kebbi. Birnin Kebbi is the capital of Kebbi. Sokoto is where they carved out Kebbi from. And none of these things have ever gone to that state. It means that these people are infiltrating more spaces, just like the news we heard in Kwara and in some other states. They keep spreading, and I ask, what is happening to our security personnel? Who is held accountable for such things? In the case of emergencies like this, because even the teachers, even if teachers live within that facility, there's little or nothing they can do, including that
Absolutely.
metron. I am talking because I was a boarder. I have been a teacher. Imagine them coming to school where Susan is. I will just sit down on the floor and say, carry me. This is my reality. Mi ò lè
Hmm.
parọ́.
Hmm.
So, I mean, let's just look at it. There is absolutely nothing these people can do. So the question is, both from the state and from the time the Chibok girls happened, I expected schools in the north to beef up, both in fencing and having security personnel. But over the years, as I even travel to states in the north, I still find out their schools, their compounds, everything is still porous. So it is easy to invade them. All you need to do is to make calculated moves and just pounce on them. So the question is, government, both at the federal and at the state level, because even in that state there is a governor. What is in place? I mean, to protect your citizens. These
Hmm.
are kids. Why do we have this? We said it. I said it the other day. The problem I have over time in Nigeria is that once something happens, it becomes a pattern. You see it, and in my quiet time, I'm asking, oh Lord, when will it get to me? That's the truth. Today, it has happened in Kebbi. Which state is next?
Hmm.
Are our governments thinking consciously? Even when we talk of Ministry of Education, what are the things? Do they have policies in place around security? Or is it just curriculum, blah, blah, blah? Let's be factual. We know that Nigeria is a diverse country. And
Mhm.
you know how some of these things happen in certain states. Such states must be security conscious. We
Hmm.
will not wait until it comes to our state before
Yes.
we get up, So it's a whole lot of dynamics, but there has to be a lot of collaboration, a lot of partnerships. We have INGOs coming in to support and do so many things. But I also think that one of the um, emergency areas, especially in the north, whether it's northeast, north, whatever, core north, is security. What are we doing to tackle this? Yes, we are talking about indigenous language education and all of that. Not be who did here go study, whether it's indigenous or English. That's our
English.
reality. We don't
Yeah.
need to sugarcoat it. It is when the children are even. So tell me, a child or a family that is traumatized by this will not send their children to school. You talk about school, they'll tell you no. The ones who were sent the other time, what happened to them? So look at all the angles. I know we are encouraging them. Madam Buki just mentioned out of school children. With this trend, more people will be afraid to bring out their children.
Yeah.
More people will be afraid, especially those who are not even literate, who it took them so much courage to say, let my children go to school. And then this is happening. So there is a state of emergency around security in the northern states, even in the whole of Nigeria. But for students and teachers alike, I don't want to die because I accepted, a profession that I want to add value to the children I teach. I don't want to disappear. I don't want to go to work one day and the next day I have disappeared. I don't want to go. I mean, what are the little things before we even start looking at presidency? What is the state governor?
Yeah.
What is the help he is asking for from the presidency? What are the measures put in place to secure the lives of these children? Look at most of their schools. Have you traveled through the north? There's no fence, nothing. You can invade wherever at any point in time. Every time, those days, because whenever I miss my flight, when you walk around within the CSO, if you already have a project you are executing, even if they cancel your flight, you have to ensure you get there. So sometimes we have to travel by road just because we already have that project running and it has to happen the next day. So when we travel by road like that, in my heart, this is just me quiet, watching and wondering if there is an attack in this space, what happens? So hearing this, I am not shocked because it is porous. Penetration is very easy, especially when there's a target within that space. What are they putting in place to ensure that there is security for these children to even study? You don't tell people to come out. There's out of school children, there is this, there's that. You don't tell them all of that. And they manage with the last strike of faith in them to bring out these children. And their children disappear into thin air. Even if these children come back, even if they come back,
it won't be the same.
They would not be the same. This is the problem. So I don't know. A lot needs to be put in place. A lot needs to be done. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Susan and Buki. We'll go on a break. And then when we come back, we'll continue the conversation. Do not go anywhere. This is still Women Radio 91.7.
Something big is coming with Better Play. Get ready to turn 500 naira into a 200,000 naira daily jackpot. Yes, you heard me right. 200,000 naira every single day. The more tickets you grab, the higher your chances of winning. Stay tuned because this is the game changer you've been waiting for. Coming to you on Women Radio 91.7 FM. Are you ready to play and win big?
When I wake up in the morning, I need something to help me start my day. Pick 4, 5, 6 has DHA. It helps my brain to grow. It helps me to be smart. Oh, my own milk, oh, Pick 4, 5, 6, yeah. My own milk, oh, Pick 4, 5, 6, yeah.
You've worked hard, you've shown up, you've built something powerful. Now it's time to rise, to break barriers and build bridges that take you further. Welcome to the 17th Global Eloy Conference, Breaking Barriers, Building Bridges, a gathering of visionary women connecting, collaborating, and creating impact. Gain access to leaders, mentorship, and conversations that elevate how you show up. Then the celebration begins at the 17th Global Eloy Awards, honoring women who lead boldly, act with intention, and embody fearless elegance. It's more than an event. It's a movement, a celebration of purpose, power, and unapologetic elegance. So join us on November 28th at the Oriental Hotel, Lagos. Be part of the movement. Visit www.eloyawards today.
My people, something big don't land, and na money rain dey fall. Better play, better chance. 200k fit enter your hand if you try your luck. Oh, better play, better chance.
Now 3 times every day, them they call winners for radio. Yes, now with just 500 naira, you fit win up to 200,000 naira every single day. Just join the Better Play lottery now and listen for your name for radio. 10 a.m., 2 p.m., and 6 p.m.
Better play, no dull yourself. Go get your ticket sharp sharp. Buy am for www.betterplay.ng or just dial *347*154#. You want boost your chance? Buy reach 20 tickets if you want win.
Follow us for Facebook at Better Play and Instagram at Better Play NG to get correct updates. Now your turn to chop this money, oh.
Better play, better chance. You fit be the next lucky banger. Only people wey don reach 18 years fit play. Play responsibly.
Hello, Daddy.
Hello, Diola.
I just want to say that I love you.
Oh, I love you too.
Hello, Daddy. I just want to say again that I love you and I like that we look alike. Hello, Auntie.
Hi, Diola.
How are you?
I'm fine.
How's family? I hope everyone is good. My regards to everyone.
I will, my dear.
Whoa. Diola, this is the 3rd time you're calling me. How much airtime do you need?
Airtime care? When I have Glow Talk Master. I'm basically getting 6 minutes free talk time for every 6 minutes call I make every day, plus 50 MB data bonus. And for new customers like me, I get additional 25 minutes talk time and 1 gigabyte data welcome bonus. That's why I only make calls with my Glow line now.
Enjoy free 6 minutes plus 50 MB data on every 6 minutes call you make in a day on Glow Talk Master. And enjoy a one-time 2,000 naira welcome bonus. That's a 25 minutes talk time and 1 gigabyte worth of data. Get your Glow line and dial *606# to enjoy. Terms and conditions apply.
Glow Unlimited. This traffic, we won't get to the bank before it closes.
Relax. My bank is right here with me. Yes, with First Online by First Bank, banking is just a click away. Transfer funds instantly, set up standing orders, pay bills, and even make bulk payments of up to 500 records. With a sleek design, smarter features, and faster access, First Online puts more power at your fingertips. Log in today at ibank.firstbanknigeria.com. First Bank, you first.
Building the life she wants starts with making the right choices with Harmony. Harmony will support you to save smart, spend wisely, and to grow wealth. Yes, Harmony will guide on practical tips on budgeting, debt management, and making more money. Harmony, helping you to become financially confident and independent. Harmony, Tuesdays at 12:05 p.m. on Women Radio WFM 91.7, the voice of women. Harmony for every woman.
Driving through traffic? Bored at home? Or maybe you're having a bad day. Ease your mind with great music, entertainment, and lots of laughter on the Evening Experience every weekday from 4 to 9 p.m. on WFM 91.7, the voice of women.
Women Radio
91.7. WFM. 91.7.
All right, all right. You are welcome back to Women Radio 91.7 FM, the Nigeria's first and only radio station for women and their families. This is her lens. This morning, we are talking about issues that are affecting women, their families, issues that are affecting us as a nation. Before we went on the break, we were talking about the Kebbi girls, the abducted girls situation, and the ladies, Susan and Buki, were preferring solutions to what the government should do. I especially like what Susan had said, where she said that we shouldn't wait on the government. What is the state government doing to protect the lives and properties of those who are within the state? Not every time go and cry to the federal government. Of course, the federal government has their part to play, but when it comes to these other things, then the state government should be able to carry some of its own responsibilities for this. Okay, we're going to move on to the next story. This one, to be fair, I've been avoiding this story because I was highly irritated by it. And I'm not even going to lie. I'm saying this with my full chest. I was highly irritated because not long ago, maybe it's 6 months, 3 months, we had tackled this whole airport situation, and we spoke vehemently against the treatment of, what was her name, Comfort Emerson, on that airline. But this time around, we see two full-blooded men throwing punches at themselves on an airline with people on the aircraft. And maybe you have seen, Susan, the probe or anything that has been said, but I haven't seen. Maybe you saw where they were stripped naked, though, but I have not seen. Maybe you saw where people were dragging them on the floor like they did this other lady. I haven't seen. And just in case somebody comes at me and says, oh, are you supporting? No. I'm not supporting what the lady did on that flight. I wasn't for that violence, either on the part of the lady or on the part of the airline. But the point I'm trying to get to is, it's looking like the rules are different. We've seen time and time again that the rules are different for men and for women, right? And then people will come out and say, no, what is good for the goose is good for the gander. Is it though? So the table is open. You can join in on the conversation, 07000 or 9155917 or you can call our toll-free line 0800 1235917. Text or WhatsApp us on 0703 1756537 or 081559 0817. Pardon me. WhatsApp 08155 917 917. We are live on YouTube, so go watch us. You can see us physically, virtually on YouTube. I'm in a hurry to talk about this thing. So this preamble is stressing me, but I have to do it. Or at WFM 917 on YouTube. You can listen to us live, www.wfm917917. We are now 20 minutes to 10. So back to this thing hot. Susan, over to you. Would you say that the rules are different for men and for women? Well, like we're not seeing any action because it's having to do with two men, in my own opinion. And I know that today is International Men's Day, and like Buki said when she was greeting the men that are doing the right thing. These men did not do the right thing. Let's call a spade a spade. Susan, I finished my preamble and my introduction. Over to you. Then
Happy International Men's Day to the men that matter, to the men that understand, to the men that respect and honor fellow human beings, no matter the gender. That is my own stance. Now, like you rightly pointed out, clearly the rules are different. Why couldn't those men be dragged? Why couldn't they be bundled out? Again, I watched that video severally. Why? Because one of the people, especially the one who triggered the other person, had analyzed Comfort's case. He analyzed it in depth. And I sat down. I'm someone, I hardly use my data because data to watch certain things now. So some things I see, they trigger me. I'm somebody who is quite emotional, even though I'm outspoken. It's just like the CSC thing. I have not come to terms with watching it. So, and it's littered all over my timeline. I just scroll past it. Because if I had watched it yesterday, I will not sleep. Trust me. Now, you see, the fact is this. Even though I would say, was it because they asked her, She wanted to come out, and they didn't allow her. And so when they were finally ready, was it that she resisted, which was why they had to carry her like a bag of gari or a bag of beans? This is just me being objective here. And then a man triggers another man. We already know there has been a fracas all along. They've not been in good terms, you know, because he made an allegation against the other man, and the other man also said certain things against his mom. So 2 to 4, 2 to get 4. It is 50-50. You said things that could break his family. And so he looked for something to also hurt you. You stood up from your seat and went to point. And after all of that brouhaha, you were allowed to walk down that plane yourself. Because I remember even he was making videos and showing where he was beaten. We didn't see anybody holding him. Because if someone was holding or dragging him, he would not be able to be making video and also opening his clothes to show us where he was beaten. And so I ask, and this is also to the airlines, it's easy to say what is good for the goose is good for the gander. But are we seeing that in practice?
Yeah.
Because what we saw was not the same. What we saw was not the same. And it is a very shameful act, to say the least, for someone immediately after Comfort's issue, you were flying.
You
and
said
you made an announcement. People who don't love their lives, blah, 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 blah. We did not ask. Like I will always say on her legs, everything I know, it is not of my own will.
Yes, it's out of my own will.
It is against my will, but
Yes.
you brought it to my notice. I took it in good faith. Only for you, the same person, to now trigger another person. Even in Comfort's own case, remember vividly, there was no altercation between she and the flight attendant.
Yes, yeah.
So how we will keep saying it? For those who will listen, let them listen. These are the patterns. Sometimes the things we preach against are the things we also display. For someone with this situation who had come to castigate Comfort from A to Z, who has also gone on air to also speak, you know, to say, hey, if you don't like yourself, if you don't, because of us, so kinika. And then, barely how many weeks later, you come back. Why did you not wait till you on board? When you disembark from the flight, I mean, the both of you live here in Abuja. If they are looking for large expanse of land to show your skills in Iboku, you could have come out to do that. You did not need to jeopardize other people on board. You did not pay for the whole flight.
No.
Do you know the trauma you put people through? The fear of, who knows how this thing will end? In a flight. So you see, there's also a problem we have. You see, Nigeria, it is when issues happen that there is this buzz around it. How do we address it? And this has been our stand on her legs. How do we address the root causes of issues so that it doesn't reoccur? It doesn't matter who is at fault. Let justice be served. It will serve as a deterrent to others and give closure to whoever is attacked or whoever feels, you know, their rights has been infringed on. But as always, is always the first paparazzi all over social media. And after that, the issue dies a natural death until the same pattern repeats itself. Nigeria, we need to do better. We are not doing well at all levels. So, whether it is FAN that should treat the case, whether it is aviation ministry, whether it is what are you doing to stop this menace? Why? Why would I pay to fly and somebody is making me feel uncomfortable? Why?
Buki, would like to know your thoughts on this. Hi, Buki. Hi, Buki. Buki seems to be unreachable. But Susan, I would like to even ask another question with regards to this. What are the, this morning during newspaper review, one of the things that Nkechi had said was we need to start scapegoating people. And I think that that's what is lacking in our society. Somebody does something wrong, they are not scapegoated. We don't see any actionable consequence behind people's actions, is why people just go about doing anyhow, acting anyhow, behaving anyhow. In another country, in a saner country, they will be barred from flying. Like there's no, because here's the funny thing. Comfort Emerson was what immediately was given a no-fly. She was arraigned immediately, and that's why I keep saying that the rules are different. Like already they look at her as somebody that they will say, "Oh, we don't know where she's promiscuous because of how she was dressed, how she was this, how she was that." People were questioning how she even had money. I don't see anybody asking these men how they are making their own money. One of them is has dreads. Nobody's asking, "Oh, why you dressed the same way?" How do we start? We need to start scapegoating people. Don't you think so?
Absolutely. That was why I said until perpetrators of these acts, whoever, is brought to book, we need to scapegoat people. Why not? It will serve as a deterrent. That was what I said. Yeah. If we don't start scapegoating people, what are we doing?
What are we doing?
Tomorrow, another person will wake up from somewhere and do the same thing.
Yeah.
And if you are somebody who is not recognized, maybe they will even treat you worse than Comfort.
Yes.
No. Because even when Comfort's case happened and another well-known person happened, we saw how the two cases were handled.
Right
after Nigeria.
Yes.
I mean, this is Nigeria. We see it. We are all here. We see it. And that's why we're worried about these patterns. Because when it is not addressed from the roots, people keep churning out dirty attitudes, what we call gutter habits. People bring it out. And, after the videos for the clicks and likes all over social media, what next? How are they addressing them? Why are we not making scapegoats of these people? Why? Why do we have sacred cows? If this person does it, the way it will be handled is different from how it will be handled if Susan, the daughter of nobody, does the same thing.
They should be arrested.
Yes, I might be.
There's no reason why they shouldn't be arrested.
I might not be the daughter of anybody, but come on, I also paid for the flight.
Yes.
And we are sitting in the same flight. Come on. What are we even saying?
The people that were on the aisles, there was one person I saw where there was a man that they were pressing on. What are we doing?
What are we doing? It is, anybody can just wake up and do anything. That is what it is showing. And it is a very dangerous thing. Because you don't know what some other persons might be planning, because they know that they will execute it wherever, on land, in the air, wherever, and nothing will happen. Why is Nigeria gradually moving into a lawless country? Which of our sectors can we say, if not for this sector? which of the sectors people act in ways that are not appropriate. There are no scapegoats, there's no justice, no closure for the victim. Is that a good place to be? I mean, tell me, even if you say he beat you, or who triggered it? For every action, there's a reaction.
Yeah.
For every action, there's a reaction. You met him on the aircraft. You had issues with him. When you get down, you go and sort yourself. You don't need to jeopardize everyone on that airline. Yet, after that, you have been setting ring light. But because you have the ego and you are feeling like a man, you have not taken time to apologize, not just to Nigerians, but also to everyone who was on board that aircraft with you. Why? Because you feel you're untouchable.
Untouchable.
Why don't we have scapegoats? Whether it is in education, a parent goes to slap a teacher. Why don't we have scapegoats?
All right. What a day. We've come to the end of her lens this morning. Like, we have more questions than even a conclusion of the matter. But let's do better as Nigerians. Let's do better as human beings. We cannot continue to just go around being lawless and expecting that we can get away with it. Thank you so much, Susan. Thank you so much, Buki, for joining us on today's edition of Her Lens. We will catch you again next time, which is tomorrow at 9 a.m. for another edition of Her Lens. Up next is Radio Doctor. Do not go anywhere. This is still Women Radio 91.7 FM. Bye for now.
Drop the G's when you come to me. I feel like drop the jeans when you on. Cause I give you everything that you want from me. I give you everything that you want from me. Yeah. That is a bit good, but I make it say no more. So
Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
I don't wanna wait for nobody.
Keep it locked.
I should have bought you flowers.
Turn your radio up.
We are WFM 91.7.
To sponsor this program, call the number 0816 480 7613.
See, everybody with him own wahala. Every day comes with its own version of challenges, and you have to be ready to face them, because only then can you move on to the next. That's why I never miss my breakfast. Scratch that! My peak breakfast, with the nutrients and energy I need to face each day, one challenge at a time.
Every day is a good day to power on with a peak breakfast. Have you had yours? Peak. Reach for your peak.
The Women Radio membership connects you with other women traders, entrepreneurs, students, homemakers, farmers, and pensioners in the 36 states of Nigeria. As a Women Radio member, your business is promoted free on Women Radio. Win amazing goodies and you get access to our events. Download the Women Radio app today and hear your voice on radio. Register free at wfm917.com and make sure you join the Facebook Women Radio membership group. The Women Radio membership is supported by MacArthur Foundation and the Nigeria Media Innovation Program, NAMI.
Why is this line not moving? Sorry, ma. The network is a bit slow.
Don't lose customers to long queues. With the First Money Merchant POS, every checkout is fast, reliable, and instantly settled.
Finally, quick and easy.
Get your First Money Merchant POS now on www.firstbanknigeria.com/get your POS or at any First Bank branch close to you. First Bank, you first.
Ǹjẹ́ ẹ ní ìdojúkọ kankan nínú ìgbéyàwó yín tàbí ìrìn àjò ìfẹ́ yín? Ṣé ẹnì kankan tí ẹ mọ̀ tàbí ẹ̀yin pàápàá ń dojúkọ ìwà ipá abẹ́lé, lílo ọmọ ní ọ̀nà tí kò tọ́, tàbí ẹnì kankan ń dúnkokò mọ́ yín? Safe Space connects you with help and support to survivors of violence and child abuse. Safe Space is confidential, safe, and designed to help you heal. Ẹ darapọ̀ mọ́ amòfin Olúmídé Káyọ̀dé Ọmọṣẹ́bí ní gbogbo ìrọ̀lẹ́ ọjọ́ Thursday ní agogo 6:05 lórí ètò Safe Space. Lórí ètò Safe Space, gbígbọ́ ẹ̀dùn ọkàn yín jẹ wá lógún. Àṣírí yín bò lọ́wọ́ wa,